I just got back from Tim Hortons. You won't believe what happened.
What, they didn't speak any English?
Not a lick of English. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe that.
Guess what happened next?
They got your order wrong.
Yeah, they got my order completely wrong. Isn't that insane?
No, it's not that insane. And then what happened? The bathroom was out of order?
Yeah, the bathroom was out of order. Some guy was ODing in there. I shit my pants. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Yeah, I've heard of such things, yeah.
That has got to be the worst Tim Hortons ever.
No, actually, they're all like that. Yeah, they're all terrible.
What's up, you beauties? I hope you had a fantastic long weekend. I just got back from the cottage and I got to share with you a little experience. So I haven't been to Tim Hortons in over a year pretty much, okay? I don't go York Region, GTA. The service is terrible. English is not the first language spoken. I have to repeat my order 2-3 times, and even then, there's a 20 to 30% chance my order will not be correct. Then you go through the drive-thru. They're not very polite. They throw your food at you half the time through the window. Then when you go inside, they're also not polite. They're not friendly. They don't know what a smile is most of the time. Sometimes, you know, you get the odd person, but usually I'd say 70-80% of the time, this is the consensus viewpoint. And the restaurants are not very clean. Now, when I was up in Bob Cajun, I got Tim Hortons twice, okay? The service was fantastic. English was the first language spoken. The Tim Hortons, very clean. Everyone was friendly, smiling. They did not mess up my order. The drive-thru was running like a well-oiled machine. It was like I took a time machine back to 2005. That is the Tim Hortons that everybody remembers, and I wish it could go back to that level of customer service because it was fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm back in the GTA York region, so I will not be having Tim Hortons because the level of service matters to me and the quality is just not there. So if you're ever up in cottage country, do yourself a favor, pull into a local Tim Hortons there, and you tell me if you don't notice a massive difference in the service and the quality of the food. And to the CEO of Tim Hortons, why don't you send your higher-ups over to Bob Cajun and see how efficient things are running, all right? Have a great day. Ciao for now.
I can't believe this happened to me at North Bay. I was driving down there, and what I've noticed was there was a Tim Hortons, and I decided to do this. I decided to go into the Tim Hortons because I wanted a coffee. And at North Bay, you expect a certain people here that makes more sense, but this is what happened. All of them were Indian folks that barely even spoke the language. For a second, I was like, wait a minute, am I in India? Which, by the way, is fantastic. If this was India, that makes sense. So I walk outside again, and then I was just like, wait a minute, no, North Bay. So I walk in, and I'm like, why are they all Indians? What happened to the Canadians, regardless of the race? Doesn't matter what the race is, as long as they're Canadian. I worked at Tim Hortons back in the early 2000s, so technically, even though I was born here, my background is Indian, but I spoke the English very, very well. And my customer service was amazing. I was very, very nice. I was polite, like, thank you, have a nice day, once they left. Anyway, I was just like, why? Are you guys racist or something? Like, you only hire Indian folks from India. Like, aren't you guys, like, racist or something? And it's not just here. Like, you go to Brampton, most of these friggin' places, they're only hiring Indians. So what is going on? I think they're racist.
Right, guys, welcome back once again to the channel. I hope you are having a great time wherever you are watching this episode from. We thought that in 2026 Tim Hortons will do better, but unfortunately Canadians are still complaining about the decline of their services. They are saying Tim Hortons is going downhill every day, and they are ranting on TikTok about the pathetic services, the cleanliness at Tim Hortons, the messed up orders, the language barrier, the long wait at the drive-thru, and very, very many issues that they can't stop complaining about this giant franchise that used to be Canadians' best. Now, Canadians are angry, and they are not angry about politics or let's say housing, but this time round they are angry about Tim Hortons. A brand that was once a national symbol is now being dragged daily online for bad services, wrong orders, long waits, and their declining quality. For many Canadians, this isn't just about coffee anymore. It feels like watching a piece of their identity slowly falling apart. So the real question is, what really happened to Tim Hortons, and why does it now feel like customers don't matter anymore at Tim Hortons? In this video, let's watch Canadians rant over the decline of Tim Hortons, then we shall be talking about it.
Oh man, I can't wait to eat this donut from Tim Hortons. Hopefully it's not stuck to the I don't. Oh, it is. Wow.
Oh my god. Never going to a fucking Tim Hortons ever again. And let me tell you why. They fuck up your order. They don't fucking listen to you. I've had to switch one donut from a different donut already. And the thing is, it's fine when I live in the city or close to a Tim Hortons. There's a difference when you want a snack for on the way home when you don't live in the city and you live in a rural community. Tim Hortons, you need to do fucking better. Come on. My mom used to work for you guys. At that time, they were fine. What the fuck is going on? Your employees don't fucking do shit. It takes 10 minutes for someone to make a bagel. Yet, I got the wrong fucking thing. I ordered a toasted plain bagel with herb and garlic cheese and bacon. With extra fucking bacon. I'm bitching, complaining, because this is not what I fucking ordered. This is an everything bagel, a breakfast sandwich, a sausage breakfast sandwich on an everything bagel. Are you fucking kidding me, Tim Hortons? Get your shit together. Hire employees who will fucking listen to customers. Or maybe you should check with your employees and have them physically check their fucking food that they're handing to. I don't know what to fucking tell you. It's no matter what, every single fucking Canadian in this country is annoyed because guaranteed their orders are fucked up at least a little bit. I'm not eating this because I didn't ask for it. Also, I have Crohn's, so there's certain shit I cannot have. This is me crashing out. If you haven't dealt or haven't noticed. I'm crashing out over a fucking bagel, Tim Hortons. Really? Come on! Fucking pathetic. Every Canadian can agree with me on this. Like, wow.
Like, Tim Hortons, really? I thought, like, I haven't bought food from Tim Hortons for a really long time because you can't get fucking bagels or donuts, right? So what makes me think that I'm gonna get, like, some weird sandwich or pizza from Tim Hortons? But I was feeling nostalgic today. Like, you know, I was like, I would really like a bagel. An everything bagel with cream cheese and an extra large double. I stopped ordering coffee at Tim Hortons because your cups are so flimsy that without a sleeve, I've literally dropped so many of them. The lids don't stay on. I'm surprised it hasn't dropped out of my fucking hand yet. But let's just talk about how much money you're saving, you know, with all these foreign worker programs. So would you like to actually put cream cheese on my fucking bagel? You're saving so much money. Like, really? Like, this is why I stopped buying food from you, like, fucking years ago. And it really was a bagel that turned me off the last time. So maybe 3 years ago, I bought a bagel. I wanted a fucking bagel from Tim Hortons this morning. You can't even do that right. And you haven't been doing it right forever. I don't know why anybody goes to Tim Hortons anymore. Fucking garbage. Garbage. Fucking waste of my money.
Tim Hortons, I got a beef with you. My beef is because I just bought this coffee, which normally would be $2.40. I know, because I looked it up on the app. I just got charged $3.25. I got charged $3.25 because you want cheap workers. And don't get it twisted. I know that people need jobs. However, my beef is that you're letting go of your really good workers. Your workers who have been there for, I don't know, my friend, 14 years. 14 years. They're getting laid off while you still have ads up for jobs. So I'm not exactly sure how stupid you think Canadians are, but we're not. And we know what's happening. We know that you can hire these workers for less, and that's why you're letting go of your good workers and choosing to hire cheap workers. But in the midst of all that, your service is going seriously fucking downhill. Seriously. And I'm not the only one complaining. I've seen it in groups. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen plenty of people complaining about this because the service is going phew. And quite frankly, it's insulting that you think that we're stupid and we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening to our friends and family that worked at Tim Hortons. Like I said, for 14 years. My friend worked there for 14 years. She was one of the reasons that I loved Tim Hortons so much. And I get that other people need jobs, but hire them when other people quit instead of just letting them go so you can get cheaper labor.
I thought this was a Tim Hortons in Brampton, but it's one in Ottawa. And please tell me this video is AI. It's not a real video, because I don't want to be thinking about this every time I go to Timmy's. If you guys don't know, my favorite Timbits is the old-fashioned glazed. In my opinion, they're the best ones. Yeah, to my Tim Hortons workers, be careful, just make sure to check the food properly again, no insects. And please, wear your gloves. I don't know why Tim Hortons is falling off, but we need to bring it back up, man. Tim Hortons, you can do better than that. Come on.
Okay, Tim's is starting to get out of hand. I went to get caramel toffee iced latte. It says it right there, right? And it's the third time in 1 week. That's what it says. But guess what I got? A nice chai latte. No, they have to stop. It's getting unreal. You're about to go home with your drink. Thank goodness I tasted before I got home. I'm so sick of getting home and it's the wrong damn drinks. It's consistent. And it's not our foreign workers. It's your white Canadian folks. Alright? I used to think it was just the foreigners. No. It's not only them. Maybe it's the majority of the time. But in 1 week, 3 times. Now I have to go back in the winter. Well, in the snowstorm. Bring it back and ask them to redo it. I'll go to a different Tim's because this one is disgusting. It's on Colbert in Brantford, Ontario. I usually never say the name, but I'm getting fed up. It's consistent. I never expose where I buy it from. I'll just say Tim Hortons. No. It's on Colbert in Brantford, Ontario. The one that's open 24 hours. They're lazy and they think they're smart asses. No, it's unacceptable. As a customer, I did a check of my monthly bills. I pay over $700 a month. And Tim's could check my records, how much I spend a month with them. It's disgusting how they treat their customers, their regulars. I'm really disgusted with you, Tim Hortons. That's all I have to say.
I stopped drinking Tim Hortons coffee because it's nasty. Okay, and then someone in my comments said, McDonald's coffee is Tim Hortons' old coffee. And I wasn't a huge fan of McDonald's coffee before because I found it a little strong. This is Tim's. This is Tim Hortons coffee. Guaranteed. Whatever liquid Drano garbage I'm getting at Tim's, whatever that shit is, this is Tim Hortons coffee. Someone said it in my comments. They said McDonald's coffee is now Tim Hortons old coffee. This is 100% Tim Hortons original coffee from McDonald's. Because I know what McDonald's coffee tastes like. The Higgins one. This is Tim Hortons. They're right. Whoever said that in my comment section, you're right. This is great fucking coffee. I drive way out of my way to go to McDonald's in the morning. Yeah, I broke my coffee maker. But anyways, fuck Tim Hortons.
I'm going to have the biggest Portuguese Canadian crash out ever. Tim Hortons, or should I say Tim Hortons? What is this? What the hell is this? What the heck is this? Listen, I know times are tough. I know you guys, Tim Hortons. I know you guys have had a bad reputation as of lately in Canada. And this is what you do. You get the Portuguese pastel de nata, and then you have the decency to list it as a custard tart. A custard tart. Hi, how are you today? May I have the custard tart on your menu? All it takes is a little googly search to know what the name is that the Portuguese call it. Okay, I have to calm down because my blood pressure is on the high, and just do a googly search on how to say it. It's the pastel de nata grande. This is not okay, especially because this is an imposter. This was not made at a Portuguese bakery made by a Portuguese person. Justice for the pastel de nata, or the pastéis de nata. Hopefully you can send this to your Portuguese family and friends, and if you're married to a Portuguese, send it to them too, and tag Tim Hortons in the comments so they can make it an official name change. If you cannot go up to the Tim Hortons menu drive-through and say, "Hi, how are you? Can I order a pastel de nata, please?" You are not worthy of it. "Hi, can I order a custard tart, please?" I feel this is going to give the pastel de nata a horrible rep, and now I'm upsetting my baby. She's upset too, okay? I know, Ariella, I know. Anyways, Tim Hortons, change the name, the pastel de nata. Support your local Portuguese bakeries, please.
Now, according to what Canadians are saying about Tim Hortons, it means that things are not pretty at all, and apparently Canadians are urging them to do better because they were doing better. Their services were good. They were loved. They won the heart of Canadians. But nowadays, their menu is changing daily. They are not selling what they used to sell. You've heard them complaining about the coffee. The coffee is not even coughing anymore. They are complaining about the services, or a thing of which many who has history with Tim Hortons, they are saying Tim Hortons used to be the best franchise. It used to be home. It used to feel like the place to be. But nowadays, Tim Hortons, they are saying, Canadians, Tim Hortons didn't just sell coffee. It sold familiarity, routine, and a sense of, well, this is ours. And that's why the frustration is so loud right now on the internet. When services drop, quality disappears and customer feels ignored. People don't just feel disappointed, they feel disrespected. This backlash isn't hate for Tim Hortons. It is disappointment from people who remember when it was actually cared. And unless that changes, Canadians won't stop complaining. Because when you lose trust, especially with something this iconic, winning it back is harder than brewing coffee. And that is why you are seeing Canadians are complaining every day, because they know we used to love Tim Hortons. We used to enjoy the coffee. We used to enjoy Timbits. We used to enjoy every product they were providing and preparing for us. We used to enjoy the real Canadian stuff that Tim Hortons were selling. Nowadays, they are hiring more foreign workers and Indians who don't know even how to communicate to Canadians. Canadians are complaining these workers are so rude. They are saying the services are so pathetic. It is declining every day, and the crash out is so real. If you go on TikTok right now and just try to search something like Tim Hortons complain, you will find thousands and thousands and thousands of videos beginning from their cleanliness. They are seeing cockroaches. The workers don't even care about the services anymore. They just care about the money, and they are not even offering quality. They are just offering quantity over quality. They are just a coffee that was cheap is now even expensive, and it is not even the quality Canadians used to. So this crash out isn't about hate on Tim Hortons. I think Canadians are complaining this because they want Tim Hortons to do better. They want the old Tim Hortons they used to know. They want to enjoy the Tim Hortons they used, the iconic, their franchise they used to know, not the way they are doing nowadays. But you do tell me what you think about this crash out in the comment section, and see you in the next video.